Hollywood isn't just known for its glamorous red carpets and blockbuster movies, it's also a place where love is in the air and often on the rocks. Here is the list of some iconic actresses who've said "I do" from 3 to 9 times and turned matrimony into a bit of a career side hustle. Beloved Drew Barrymore was married 3 times. She got hitched to Welsh bar owner Jeremy Thomas aged 19 in 1994, but they split weeks later. In 2001, she married comic Tom Green, but that lasted just 6 months. She married art consultant Will Kopelman in 2012, and they divorced after 4 years. Another amazing actress who in 2 years is turning 60, Halle Berry has been married and divorced 3 times. First to baseball player David Justice, then singer-actor Eric Benet, and finally French actor Olivier Martinez. Since 2020, she has been dating musician Van Hunt, and who knows, maybe there will be a 4th marriage. Demi Moore is a Hollywood legend, not only for her acting chops, but also for her high-profile relationships. Married 3 times, her unions with musician Freddie Moore for 4 years, action star Bruce Willis for 13 years, and 16 years younger actor Ashton Kutcher for 8 years were all tabloid sensations. Each marriage captured a different era of Demi's life, from her breakout stardom to her reinvention as an empowering voice in Hollywood. Angelina Jolie will turn 50 in 2025, and over the course of half a century, she has been married 3 times. First, she tied the knot with English actor Johnny Lee Miller at the age of 21. When she turned 25, she married actor Billy Bob Thornton. At 30, she began a romance with Brad Pitt, with whom she spent a total of 14 years, and is still embroiled in legal battles over shared property. When it comes to saying "I do," Jennifer Lopez has been around the block 4 times. After her 11-month union to actor Johnny Noah ended in 1998, the Love Don't Cost a Thing singer married backup dancer Chris Judd in 2001 before divorcing him in 3 years. She was then married for a decade to actor and singer Mark Anthony. And of course, there is Ben Affleck, a love story without a happy ending. They got married in 2022 with divorce in 2 years later. What a romance it was! Another Hollywood icon, Melanie Griffith, has said "I do" 4 times and stated she won't try for a 5th marriage. I really don't think it's relevant for anyone anymore, but especially if you're 60 and you have 4 kids and you're living the life you've always wanted, she said in an interview. She was married to actor Don Johnson for 6 months in 1976 and followed up with a marriage to actor Stephen Bauer for 8 years. In 1989, she married Johnson again, and the pair stayed together until 1996. Later that year, Griffith married actor Antonio Banderas before the two split in 2015. She has a good taste in men. Liza Minnelli, daughter of Judy Garland, was also married 4 times. Her most famous union was with concert promoter David Guest, a relationship as over-the-top as one of her Broadway shows. The wedding boasted over 1,200 with Michael Jackson as the best man, Elizabeth Taylor as the matron of honor. Her first husband, Peter Allen, according to Liza, was gay. "I married Peter, and he didn't tell me he was gay. Everyone knew but me." He also was married to producer Jack Haley Jr. for 5 years, and the longest was her union with sculptor Mark Jarrow for 13 years. Gina Davis has been married 4 times, proving that finding love can be as adventurous as her film roles. From restaurateur Richard Emilo, actor Jeff Goldblum, director Rennie Harlin to surgeon Reza Jarahi, her relationships have crossed industries. Though none of the marriages lasted forever, Gina continues to inspire fans with her wit, activism, and undeniable talent. The legendary TV host Barbara Walters, who died at 93 in 2022, was married 4 times to 3 different husbands. It looks like a trend to marry the same guy twice. She first got married at 26 to producer Robert Henry Katz and divorced after less than a year together. In 1963, she married theater producer Lee Goober, with whom she stayed for 13 years. Walters then married TV producer Merv Adelson twice, first from 1981 to 84, and again from 1986 to 1992. American model and actress Christy Brinkley has been married, wait for it, 4 times. Previous spouses include architect Jean-Francois Hulot for 8 years, singer and pianist Billy Joel for 9 years, real estate developer Richard Taubman just for 1 year, and the last one so far, architect Peter Cook for 12 years. Christie told People magazine, "I always said my whole life that I think that you have to be happy alone so that you get with a man for the right reasons and you're not clinging to him because you need to, you know?" What were her 4 reasons? The only daughter of Elvis and Priscilla Presley, Lisa Marie married her first husband, musician Danny Keough, being only 20 years old. In 1996, days later after her divorce, she married music sensation Michael Jackson, though they would divorce that same year. Presley then married Nicolas Cage in 2002, and the pair filed for divorce 3 months later. It was clearly a rough patch in life. In 2006, Lisa Marie married her last husband, guitarist and producer Michael Lockwood, whom she divorced in 2016. She remained single before her death at age 54 in January 2023. At last, there is someone who got married 5 times, and it's Joan Collins. Her first husband was actor Maxwell Reed, whom she married at 19. Then, she was married to English actor, singer Anthony Newley for 8 years, and American businessman Ron Cass for 11 years. The Dynasty star next married Swedish singer Peter Holm in 1985, just to divorce in 2 years. After many years of being alone in February 2002, she married her 5th and current husband, producer and actor Percy Gibson, who she told People magazine, "the most honorable man she's ever met." "I kissed a lot of frogs before I found my prince," Collins wrote in her memoir. For those women who are looking for a life partner, that old saying that men are like buses and if you wait long enough, the right one will come along is true for a reason. Well, Percy is 32 years younger than Joan. She had to wait when he would be born. Pamela Anderson was married 5 times, and the 6th was fake. Her first husband was Mötley Crüe drummer Tommy Lee, whom she married at 28 after knowing him for just 96 hours. The pair stayed together for 3 years and gave birth to 2 kids. Anderson married musician Kid Rock in July 2006, but the pair broke up that November. Later that year, the Baywatch alum married professional poker player Rick Salomon, but had the marriage annulled less than 6 months later. Anderson and Salomon remarried in 2014, only to divorce a few months afterward. That is strange. In January 2020, Anderson secretly wed movie producer Jon Peters, only for the pair to announce their split 2 weeks later and confirm they were never legally married. On Christmas Eve 2020, Anderson married bodyguard Dan Hayhurst, but people later confirmed the pair had split after 1 year of marriage. During an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Jimmy asked Anderson whether she may get married again. "God, what a crazy question," Anderson said. "I don't know, I hope so. I still have a lot of life to live." Actress Rue McClanahan was married enough times that she wrote the book on it. No, really, she wrote the memoir First 5 Husbands and the Ones Who Got Away. What an awesome title. In total, she was married 6 times. The Golden Girls actress was married to Tom Bish for a year, then to actor Norman Hartweg for 2 years, and to actor Peter DeMaio for 7 years. At 42, she married Sam Gussie Fisher, but they divorced in 3 years. Another 1-year marriage was with Tom Keel. She wouldn't marry again until 1997 when she turned 63. Rue wed actor Mauro Wilson, and the two remained together until she died at age 76 in 2010. Really? Is it a tradition to marry the same guy twice? Lana Turner was married 8 times to 7 men. Her marriages included musician Artie Shaw and actor Lex Barker, but her most scandalous chapter involved Johnny Stompanato, a mobster whose untimely death became a national sensation. Lana's legacy as a femme fatale wasn't just confined to the screen. It spilled over into her personal life as well. And here we go again, Elizabeth Taylor with 8 marriages to 7 husbands. Taylor was 18 years old when she married Conrad Nicky Hilton Jr., heir to the Hilton Hotels chain whom she divorced in 8 months. The second was British actor Michael Wilding, a man 20 years her senior with whom she stayed for 5 years. Her third husband, theater and film producer Mike Todd, died in a plane crash after a year of marriage. The fourth husband was actor Eddie Fisher, who had an affair with Taylor while still being married to actress Debbie Reynolds. Then was Welsh actor Richard Burton, whom Taylor married twice, and in total they stayed together for 12 years. Her fiery relationship with Burton remains one of Hollywood's most legendary love stories. At 44, she married her 6th husband, John Warner, a Republican politician, but she got bored with her life as a politician's wife. And the last one was a construction worker, Larry Fortensky, whom she married at 59. And the winners are... Zsuzsa Gabor's 9 marriages were the stuff of Hollywood legend. Her first husband was Burhan Belgay, a well-respected Turkish diplomat. The second was none other than Conrad Hilton Jr. hotel magnate. The third was British actor George Sanders, who after divorce married Gabor's sister. Investment banker Herbert Hutner was in marriage with Zia for 4 years. Fifth husband was Joshua S. Cosden Jr., a rich oil man. Jack Ryan, known for designing Barbie dolls and missile systems, became Zia's sixth husband only for a year. Attorney Michael O'Hara was with Gabor for 7 years, one of her longest relationships. Her shortest union, lasting just 1 day, was with actor Felipe de Alba. The ninth and final husband was Frederick Prince von Anhalt, whom she married at 69. This marriage proved to be her longest, lasting an impressive 30 years until her death in 2016. Jennifer O'Neill also took 9 trips down the aisle, including 2 times with the same man. She married her first husband, wealthy businessman Dean Rossiter, at the age of 17. The marriage lasted 6 years. With her second husband, music producer Joseph Roster, she was only for 2 years. Jennifer's third husband was Nick DeNoia, the Emmy-winning choreographer and producer with whom she was only for a year. The fourth was songwriter and music producer Jeff Barry. For 5 years, she was married to her fifth husband, businessman John Lederer. The sixth and the eighth husband was entrepreneur Richard Allen Brown. The seventh, real estate developer Neil Bonin, and Jennifer's ninth and current husband is Mervyn Sidney Luke Jr., an executive in the music industry. The couple married in 1996 when Jennifer was 48, and have remained together ever since. That was a long ride with many husbands. Tell us, how many times have you been married?